Defense stepped up as usual. They played good the last couple weeks, and they really kept us in the game, to be honest. So, credit to those guys, and they worked their tails off, and I expect nothing less.
Ty, you guys had not turned the ball over much at all this year. I mean, especially interceptions. What was different tonight?
Yeah, of course, right? Like they brought some exotic stuff that we hadn't seen before. And I got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. I think we all need to do a better job of taking care of the ball on offense, because that's what kills, right? I don't think they had any turnovers. We had 3. So yeah.
You moved the ball. You had success moving the ball, so I guess that maybe makes it more frustrating because it wasn't like it shut you down. Other than turnovers, you were able to move it.
Yeah, we just shot ourselves in the foot. Credit to Oklahoma, Coach Venables. They had a good scheme. They did a good job, and they played their tails off. But there's about 10 plays that wish we could add back. I feel like the outcome would be different.
Hey Ty, one of those 10 plays, 21-20 is third down. You guys have been great on third down all year. You missed Jerm over the middle. What happened on that play?
21-20. Which one was that again?
It was a third down at about 6 or 7, and you guys you ended up punting it back, but you missed Jerm over the middle, I believe.
Yeah. Maybe it was a scramble. Maybe I can't exactly remember. But I think. Just kind of part of it, right? I need to do a better job of just kind of being quiet in the pocket, set my feet, and we need to do a better job of scramble rules and making easy stuff.
Did you have supreme confidence on that last drive that you're going to go down and kick the field goal and win the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew they were going to bring 0 at some point or another. They brought it on that last play. Just wish I would have had maybe a better route or different type of answer.
Knowing how you guys responded after your first loss this season, how confident are you that you guys can answer that bell again?
Yeah, very confident. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. You gotta win out now.
What was the locker room like?
I mean, as expected, right? Like everybody's mad. We should felt like that. There's about a handful of plays that we wish we could have had back. Outcome would have been differently. But these guys are resilient. I mean, these guys, fight their tails off every single day. And we're just going to stay together, right? We still got 2 more games, and we control our own destiny, and that's what we need to do.
Daniel Hill really felt like he brought something to your run game, some tough runs.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel does a good job. He's a tough kid. Puts his pads down. He's a big back, and he brought our run game to life.
Fifth straight game with a sack fumble. What's the messaging from Coach DeBoer to you, and what's your thoughts on protecting football in that fashion?
Yeah, just get the ball out, just throw it away. That's about it.
Ty, where's your mind at right now?
Deontay Lawson on this one
Upset,
over here.
right? Felt like I could have done some stuff differently. Just is upsetting. I don't know much to say. Just frustrating. Just gonna move on.
When's the first time you'll go back and watch this game? I'll start breaking it down tonight.
Yeah, I'll go watch it.
Other than ball security, are there 1 or 2 things that you think you guys really need to improve on where you need to be as an offense?
Just being on the same page on when they check our checks, we need to be better, and meeting protection checks. Of course, run the ball.
What was the most difficult part about their blitz? Because you guys really sort of struggled against it all night.
Yeah, they're just putting a lot of guys on the line, and like like we knew they would do, they would drop some, then bring some, and then when we get, they get 2 in the back, and that was that.
Josh Cuevas had the best game of his career. What did you think about his play? Being a bright spot.
I expect nothing less. Seen that for about 3 weeks now. Get good players the ball and they make good plays.
When you say they bring exotic blitzes, can you sort of help us understand what you mean by?
Yeah, so they brought it one time that was on tape. It was against Tennessee, and so they were putting five guys on the line of scrimmage, and they were bringing 2 off the edge. That's where I threw my pick pick six on. It's what I fumbled on. And there's one time where I picked it up and they checked out and they brought it to the other side. So credit to them. I just need, see it.
I don't know if it was just early in the game, but it looked like right before the snap they would sort of flip what they were showing you. What was it like to handle that?
We kind of assumed that they would do that. Coach Venables is very smart, does a good job. We got to come up with a solution to where if people check our checks, how we're going to do it, and just kind of playing ball.
There's a lot of things out there that are kind of fixated on the bigger picture of a loss like this, whether it's SEC championship, whether it's CFP. How do you kind of respond to that, and what's kind of your, or I guess Alabama's kind of approach to, the bigger picture?
Yeah, I feel like that's our problem. Like, people are fixated on the bigger picture, right? Like, we got to freaking, win next week. Nothing's guaranteed. Like, in this league, that was a good team. You saw what Texas A&M did today. They played a good team, right? Like, we just got to keep winning. We control our own destiny. But yeah, I feel like that's a big problem of people in general just fixated on the whole outcome instead of being process oriented.
Do you think that crept into the locker room?
Absolutely not. I felt like that we were all dialed all week, and like I said, 10 plays differently, it's a different ball game.
So safe to say, does it feel like the same as last year's loss to Oklahoma?
Absolutely not. It's honestly probably more frustrating because we, had a chance to win.
Last two.